Welcome back, Anomalies, to another chapter in the Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke. Today's video is on Chapter 4, so if you missed any of the previous chapters, you can check the description below for links to them, as well as the rules I'm following for this Nuzlocke. Without further ado, let's jump right into the adventure. The first thing I do is I head to the Pokemart to buy some Pokeballs and Great Balls, and then I head to Route 117 for my first encounter, and it's a Roselia, which for the team works well as I don't have a grass type yet, so I captured her and I named her Rosie. I then picked the berries and started my battles with the trainers on my way to Verandon Turf Town. The battles were going over well up until I got to the Bug Maniac Derek. Derek starts the battle off with a level 15 Nincada, and Rosie leads for me, starting the battle off with a Poison Sting, doing minimal damage to the Nincada. And Nincada ends the round with a Leech Life, healing himself back up. Round 2, Rosie starts with a Mega Drain, dropping the Nincada to 1/4 HP, and Nincada ends the round with a Fury Swipes, landing 2 hits and getting poisoned from Rosie's Poison Point ability. Rosie finishes off the Nincada on round 3 with an Absorb, bringing out Derek's next Pokemon, a level 15 Beautifly. Rosie starts their battle off with a critical hit Poison Sting, taking 1/4 HP from the Beautifly and poisoning him, and Beautifly ends the round with an Absorb, taking 1 HP from Rosie. Rosie starts off again with another critical hit Poison Sting, and the Beautifly lands another Absorb. After the poison damage to Beautifly, he was sitting in the red for health. Rosie went for another Poison Sting, but the Beautifly just barely survived it this time, and then ends this round with another Absorb, but the poison damage was enough to knock out the Beautifly and bring out Derek's last Pokemon, a level 15 Dustox. Rosie started their battle off with a Poison Sting, but unfortunately it only did very minimal damage to the Dustox, and Dustox ended the round with a Confusion, and even though it was super effective on Rosie, it only did take 8 HP from her. But because Rosie isn't going to be doing much damage to the Dustox, I decided to swap her out for Flappy, and on the swap, the Dustox landed another Confusion, taking Flappy to 7 HP. I did think Flappy would be strong enough to take out the Dustox with the wing attack though, so I went for it, but unfortunately the Dustox was left with 1/4 HP and then knocked out Flappy with a critical hit Gust. After taking a moment of silence for Flappy, I brought Blaze out, and 1 Ember from him knocked out the Dustox and avenged Flappy's death. With the last trainer battles out of the way on the route, I headed into town and placed Flappy into the PC in the RIP box, and then I headed into Rusturf Tunnel. I grabbed the maxed ether on the ground, taught Rock Smash to Ziggy, and then smashed the rocks to open the path in the tunnel, where the guy here gives me HM04 strength for doing so. I then battled the hiker and then healed my team in Verandon Turf Town and worked my way up Route 111 for the Windstrait family battles. After I did defeat all 4 members of the family though, I smashed the rocks to the north and continued up the route. I defeated all the trainers up here, and then I started heading down Route 112. I defeated the 4 trainers here, and then I headed into the fiery path, and my first encounter here was a Grimer. I already have a Poison-type Pokemon Gulpy on the team, but I still decided to catch him, and once doing so, I named him Muckers. Once on the other side of Route 112, I picked the berries and started my encounter, which was a Numel, so I captured him and named him Bobby. Back on Route 111 now, I finished the last couple of trainer battles. I picked up TM43's Secret Power from the guy behind the tree, and I picked the berries up here. I then headed back to Mauville City so that I could heal up my team before starting my trip to Fall Arbor Town. Before heading back up north though, I also went to the daycare to place some Pokemon in there to level up. Since Muckers has the ability Stench, which does repel wild Pokemon, I decided to keep him on the team and placed Gulpy in the daycare. I then grabbed Bobby from the PC and placed him in there as well. And with this out of the way, I headed back up through routes 111 and 112, the fiery path, and started my trip through routes 113. I worked my way through the route, defeating all trainers and managing to keep my team alive the entire journey, and then started my wild encounter, which, to no surprise for this route, was a Spinda. So I captured him and I named him Spinny. Once I made it into Fall Arbor Town, I heal up my team and I met Lynette at the PC, who lives down on Route 114. I then headed down towards Route 114 and started my battles off against the trainers. But my first battle against Fisherman Nolan, though, I made a mistake. Nolan started off with a level 20 Barbroach, who lands a water gun on Muckers, and Muckers ended round 1 with a sludge doing minimal damage, but luckily he did get the poison off. Barboach starts the next round off with a magnitude, dropping Muckers down to 12 HP, and Muckers ended this round with a pound, dropping the Barbroach to half health. I decided now I needed to swap Muckers out for Spinny, as I didn't want to lose Muckers, but the Barbroach landed another high magnitude on the Spinny and knocked him out, crushing my heart just a little bit, but Ghosty came out and finished the Barbroach off with just 1 scratch. I then headed back to Fall Arbor Town and placed Spinny in the RIP box, and then continued down Route 114 and defeated the first couple of trainers without any more problems. I also picked the berries here and then started my encounter in the grass, and it's a Swablu. This made me very happy after losing Spinny, so I quickly captured him. Luckily I didn't knock him out, and I named him Tweety. I finished off the last of the trainer battles here, and then I headed into Meteor Falls. For my encounter here, I was expecting to see just a Zubat, but to my surprise, it was a Lunatune. So I captured it, and I named it Midnight. After the scene with Team Aqua and Team Magma, and meeting Magma's leader Maxie, I pick up the Moonstone and head out of the south entrance to Route 115. I defeated all the trainers here, picked the berries, and grabbed the Great Ball and Super Potion off the ground, then headed to Route 104 to check on my Oranberries and water them. I then cut through Route 116 in Rust Turf Tunnel and back through Verandon Turf 117 in Mauville. I heal up my team in Mauville City fast and then head back up routes 111 and 112 so that I can use the cable car to access Mount Chimney. I defeated all the Aqua Grunts here, and then I started my battle against their leader, Archie. Archie leads with a level 24 Mightyena, whose Intimidate ability cuts Rosie's attack. Rosie starts their battle off with a Leech Seed though, and the Mightyena finishes off round 1 with a Bite. Rosie then starts round 2 off with a Magic Leaf, bringing the Mightyena just below half health, and the Mightyena again lands another Bite, but this time gets poisoned from Rosie's Poison Point. Archie then used a Super Potion though, healing Mightyena back up to 3/4 HP, and Rosie landed a Poison Sting doing minimal damage. Rosie then followed this up with another Magic Leaf, and it knocked out the Mightyena, sending out Archie's next Pokemon, a level 24 Golbat. I decided to swap Rosie out for Blaze here, and the Golbat landed a Supersonic Confusing Blaze. Not wanting to risk Blaze hurting himself and then having to eat a wing attack, I swapped him out for Ghosty, and to no surprise, the Golbat used a wing attack, dropping Ghosty to 34 HP. Ghosty then led with a Fake Out, but Golbat's Inner Focus stops him from flinching, and then he finishes the round with another wing attack, dropping Ghosty to 7 HP. I then swapped Ghosty for Blaze, and now the Golbat lands a Bite, taking 6 HP from Blaze only, making me very happy that it was a Bite and not a wing attack. Golbat then starts their battle off with a Supersonic Confusing Blaze, and Blaze did hurt himself unfortunately this round. Golbat then landed a wing attack, dropping Blaze to 6 HP, but luckily Blaze did fight through the confusion this turn, and he landed a critical hit Ember, knocking out the Golbat and bringing out Archie's last Pokemon, a level 25 Sharpedo. So I swapped here right away, Blaze out for Rosie, and on the swap, the Sharpedo landed a Crunch, but luckily Rosie's Poison Point poisoned the Sharpedo. Sharpedo then starts off with a focus energy, and Rosie follows up with a Mega Drain, and it's enough to take out the Sharpedo and defeat Archie. With Team Aqua gone, I head south down the jagged path towards Lavaridge Town. I decided to skip the trainer battles here and just head for the small patch of grass for my encounter, but it's unfortunately just another Numel. So I let Rosie knock this one out, and then I heal my team in town and head for the gym. I clear out the trainers here, healing my team again halfway through, and then again when finishing them all. I gave Blaze 2 rare candies here to level him up to level 32, and then I faced off against the gym's leader, Flannery. Flannery starts their battle off with a level 26 Slugma, and Blaze leads for me, starting off with a double kick, almost knocking out the Slugma, and the Slugma ends the round with a Smog, and luckily Blaze avoids it. Flannery then uses a Hyper Potion healing her Slugma, and Blaze lands a quick attack, taking 1/3 HP from the Slugma. Blaze then follows up with another double kick, and this is enough to knock out the Slugma and bring out Flannery's next Pokemon, which is another level 26 Slugma. So Blaze starts their battle off with another double kick, and again this Slugma just barely survives, and then ends the turn with a Sunny Day. Flannery uses another Hyper Potion to heal Slugma, and Blaze lands a quick attack, followed by another double kick, knocking out the Slugma and forcing out Flannery's last Pokemon, a level 28 Torkoal. Blaze starts their battle off with a double kick, doing minimal damage unfortunately to the Torkoal, and Torkoal lands in a track, causing Blaze to fall in love. Because Blaze did fall in love, I decided to swap him out for Rosie, and the Torkoal lands a Body Slam, dropping Rosie to 25 HP, and unfortunately not getting poisoned. I brought Blaze back out here, and the Torkoal landed another Body Slam, dropping Blaze to 52 HP and paralyzing him. Torkoal starts the battle off with another Body Slam, now dropping Blaze to 24 HP, and Blaze lands another double kick, dropping the Torkoal down to half health. Blaze then ate his Oranberry though at the end of this round, bringing his health back up to a 34. Torkoal then starts off the next round with an Overheat, and my heart nearly sank as Blaze was left with 1 HP only, and luckily did manage though to land another double kick, fighting through paralysis and dropping the Torkoal's HP into the red. I then swapped Blaze out for Muckers, as I was figuring Flannery was going to heal again, and I was going to try to poison her, but unfortunately the Torkoal ended up using Body Slam, dropping Muckers to 28 HP. I decided to take a chance here and left Muckers in play, but the Torkoal knocked him out with another Body Slam. So I brought Ghosty out and started with a Fake Out, doing minimal damage but luckily causing the flinch. Ghosty then starts the next round off with Astonish, and the Torkoal does survive it, but again luckily I caused another flinch. So then one more Astonish from Ghosty was all it took to defeat Flannery and secure me the Heat Badge. With the Heat Badge in hand, I can now use Strength outside of battle, and Flannery also hands me TM50 Overheat. This concludes Chapter 4 of the Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke. Remember, Anomalies, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and smash the subscribe button to be notified on all future videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.